I'm your host, Davina Shinsky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits Dreams Come True with the Right Mindset. And in this presentation, we're talking about 5 mindset changes that can help you transform your life. Why do some people seem to thrive, shine, and bloom through life, while others find it difficult to succeed and reach new heights? The reality is that when you think about yourself and what you're capable of and how you can play a big role in your life, those who excel and succeed in turning their dreams into reality have something in common. They have the right mindset. Having said that, changing your mindset is everything. And in this show, we will share with you different mindset shift tips to transform and impact your life for the better. So there's 5 small ways to shift your mindset right now. The first one is to change your I have tos to I get tos. And before I get into that, I'm going to talk about transactional analysis because in transactional analysis, it talks about 3 things. The adult says you should, the child says I want, and the adult says I am able to. And if you can actually understand or sit down and write down all the things that your parents told you you should do. Then look at and write down all the things that your child said, I want. Then look at what your adult within you says and what you're capable of. And then look where the conflicts are and understand how that's influencing and keeping you from reaching any goal that you've set for yourself. So sometimes we tend to take things for granted. For instance, we complain about the things that we have to do, like we have to eat, take a shower, go to work or school, or so on. Instead of doing that, change your perspective to be more grateful that you get to do these things because not everyone gets the chance to do these things. By applying this mindset change, you're going to give a different energy and imply that you're blessed and grateful instead of implying like you have no choice to do these things. Now, all of us have a choice. Because remember this, no one's holding a gun to your head and making you do anything. That's the difference between humans and animals. Animals work on instinct, and humans have a mind that they can change and that they can learn with. And if you think about it, what does an infant do? All they eat, they sleep, and they cry to let you know when they're wet or when they're hungry. As they get older, as they become more verbal, they begin to take over a little bit of control over how their lives are. And that's what a parent has to allow that child to grow and become who the person they're meant to be and not who the parent wants them to be. So change your fixed mindset into a growth mindset. Having a fixed mindset will not get you far in life. This mindset makes you believe that the things are not going to change, but stay as they are. If you believe that you don't have what it takes and that there's nothing that you can do to change something, you're going to give up easily and not put in the work to improve certain areas in your life. On the other hand, having a growth mindset means that you're ready to grow and evolve in order to reach your full potential and become the best version of you. And that's what it is learning how to have that growth mindset. With that growth mindset, then you're open to new possibilities. You're open to see things differently. You're open to learning. You're open to trying different ways. Because remember this, when you experience failure, don't look at it as a reason to stop. Look at it as a learning experience and a reason to try a different way and to learn that there's multiple ways to do things. So don't get discouraged by failures. Max Planck once said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Simply put it, it's all about perspective. You look at failures as a bad thing. It'll be discouraged and it will discourage you from getting back up when you fall down. So if you look at it in a positive light, you'll try again and learn from the experience. So always tell yourself to believe that you will because you can. Don't play the victim game. Who, whenever you feel like things are crumbling and falling apart, it's best not to play the victim game and blame others. Remind yourself that things are happening to you and for you and not to you. It's easy to complain and play the victim game when life doesn't turn the way that we'd hoped, planned, or expected. But acting that way will not magically make things better. Instead, tell yourself that things happen for a reason. It's not the end of the road. It, for you, if your relationship ended, you lost your job or experienced other unfortunate things. Things may not make sense, but one day you'll look back and realize that certain things didn't work out because something better was meant for you. Here's another thing to think about. In transactional analysis, they talk about the triangle of the victim, the persecutor, and the rescuer. And often what happens is you get stuck in that victim mode because other people who were influential in your life either played the persecutor or someone else played the rescuer and they played off each other to keep you in that victim state. And until you realize exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it to you, and just learn to walk away and get out of that game, then they will have the issue with themselves because they'll realize that they can't control you because you control your own life. So, 5, don't wait for things to get better to be happy. Don't wait for things to get better. Life will always be complicated. Learn to be happy right now. Otherwise, you'll run out of time. Was an anonymous statement and wasn't accredited to anyone in particular. Part of being human is having moments in life when We want more. We want to get to the next level and achieve something bigger, better, and brighter. In life, you shouldn't depend on your happiness on something or someone else. You can make yourself happy because happiness comes from inside us. It's not out there, and no one else can make you happy. It's better to acknowledge that the good that you already have is in life and focus on being happy and living in the moment. That way, you're sending positive vibes out into the universe and attract that same positivity right back to you. So change your mindset and change your life. If you want to change your life, change your mindset. These mindset changes are a way to start thinking about things directly. And if your mindset is not in the right place, you cannot radically transform reality. But only you can do this. And what I'd also like to let you know is that I have a 5-day challenge that's called Change Your Thoughts, Transform Your Life. And in the first day, we talk about those subconscious or unconscious thoughts and how they affect your relationships. On the second day, we talk about toxic relationships and how they affect your mental health. On day 3, we talked about the workplace culture and how communication can affect someone's mental health and the way you treat them and how to communicate more effectively and based on someone else's behavioral style. On day 4, we talk about changing those negative thoughts into positive ones. And on the 5th day, we review everything and we talk about where to go from here. So what I'd like you to do is go to changeyourthoughtschallenge.com /join the challenge and sign up to take the challenge. And I look forward to seeing you there.